Hello everyone, welcome back to Storky Farmstead. Today we're going to talk to you about how we grow a 1/4 acre small scale market garden and we don't buy fertilizers. So a lot of you are going to be like, how can you grow so much food, Sam? You don't use fertilizers. Guys, it comes down to using everything that we do have. So I'm going to take you on a special journey around our 2-acre farmstead, and I'm going to show you how I get enough nutrients from our property to grow several 100 pounds of food every month with never purchasing any outside inputs. The first thing that I'm going to show you guys are our worm bins. So we have 50,000 red wigglers in production at all time. And what those guys are doing is taking all the organic waste off of our property and converting it into a soil amendment, in my personal opinion, a very good fertilizer. So what do I put in my worm bins? Well, I use debris from my plants. I use leaves off the property. I use some grass clippings. I use the leftover coffee grounds, ground up eggshells, and rabbit manure. Now here at Storky Farmstead, not only do we not purchase inputs to grow our 1/4 acre market garden, we don't have any food waste across the entire property. We don't have food waste. We don't have manure waste, and we almost never ever have paper waste. And that's a big deal for me because I feel like sustainability is the only way that we're going to be able to continue producing enough food for people across the world without polluting our planet any worse. So let's go look at the worm bins. So what you see here, guys, are just your basic composting worms, aka red wigglers. And these guys are converting this entire bed over for me. And what you can see is we have things like hay, leaves, we have cardboard in here, we even have the lint from our dryer. So these guys are a huge part of our sustainability plan here at Storky Farmstead. And what they leave for me is an amazing product that I can then run through our sifter and add to our garden. Once the castings are ready, I basically just transport them to here and run them through our homemade worm casting sifter. We do have long format films located in our playlist on All About Worms. We'll show you how to make worm bins, the different types you can use. We tell you everything that you need to know about composting worms, guys. And we'll even show you how to use your worm castings and when to use them. But the really cool thing is to move on to our next system. So rabbits are a huge part of our farmstead. Now I know what you may be thinking. I'm a market gardener, I'm a backyard gardener. I don't have rabbits and I don't really want them. That's fine. But guys, I'm gonna tell you now, you cannot beat NPK in the rabbit urine realm. Like, they beat all other manures and their manure is cold. Rabbits make a great addition to any setup, guys. It doesn't matter if you're a backyard gardener, if you're a homesteader, if you are a market gardener. Having a couple of rabbits is definitely a bonus. One, it's good for your psyche. I love to come out here and pet these guys. They're super duper soft and they're very, very sweet. The second thing, one doe and her young for the year, just say she has 4 litters, okay? One doe and all of her young in 1 year can produce 1 ton of rabbit manure. 1 ton, you heard me right. So these very easy to raise, pretty easy to feed, and very lovable livestock can produce enough manure to keep my market garden going for the entire year with one doe and her babies, 4 litters worth. They can produce enough manure for me. But really what I love them most for is their pee. So what you see right here, guys, is I've got a bucket, and basically I watch where my rabbits urinate. And occasionally when this bucket starts to get low, I move it to underneath the cage because rabbits, like most animals, prefer to use the bathroom in a specific spot every time in their cage. So if I can catch one of them urinating in, say, the front left corner of their cage, I can slide this bucket underneath there and just refill the bucket. After a couple of days, it'll be full again, and I have all the nitrogen fertilizer I can use. So you've seen where I get my manure, you've seen where I get my soil amendments, You've seen where I get my rabbit urine. But guys, one of the best things that I do also is I make all of my own foliar sprays here at Starkey Farmstead. Comfrey being one of the most important ones that I make. Now, we have playlists and videos out on each and every topic I just talked to you guys about. One of the other things that we do here at Starkey Farmstead is making compost in our rack-in pen, which is a chicken and a rabbit pen. So we keep our chickens busy. We let them be chickens, and they literally make the best compost ever for us here at Starkey Farmstead. We have a zero food waste because whatever we don't eat, we don't sell from our market garden, we cycle it to the rabbits or the chickens, which they then eat, poop, and turn into the best fertilizers, soil amendments, and pest deterrents that money can buy. Guys, we have to change how we think and how we act when it comes to gardening, because prices are only going up. And I hear a lot of people talk about using like human urine, and that may work if you're just a homesteader growing for you and your family. But I can tell you now, my customers would not appreciate knowing that I put human urine or feces in their garden, because really, it's not my garden, it's theirs. So my thing is this: we have to start thinking outside the box. We have to start setting up sustainable loop systems, even if you're living in a suburban area with a very small garden. You're gonna have to figure out ways to make your own compost teas, your own worm castings. All of this stuff can be done on as small a scale as you want, or on a biggest scale as that you can possibly think. But we, as a world, have to start finding ways to increase soil microbiology, catching nutrients, cycling them back, and stopping the waste leaving our farms and our properties. And one way to do that, guys, is with rabbits, worms, and chickens. Those three small livestock can transform your market garden of any size. So I hope this video just encourages you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for rowing in our boats and letting us row in yours.